Hey, I'm Giga, and I'm developing a 2D life simulation game called Life in Clover. This is also my first devlog, so I really encourage feedback and criticisms. So if you've played games such as Harvest Moon, or Animal Crossing, The Sims, or Stardew Valley, then you should have a fairly good idea of what to expect from my game. As far back as I could remember, I've always loved life simulation games, where you could just relax or do whatever random activity crosses your mind, just interacting with the characters around you and really getting to immerse yourself in the world. There were some games that I grew up playing that have always stuck with me, particularly Capcom's The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap. I've lost count of how many times I've replayed that game. I really love the art style of Minish Cap, so I tried to do something similar for my game.
Honestly, if I saw that damn thing in my living room, I'd stomp on it until it was a small brown stain.
Although I will admit, I am a much better higher res artist than I am a pixel artist. So, here's some drawings I've done, for example. You can draw your own conclusions from this. I've drawn a ton of Midna, so, well, here's two of her. I think at the time I was trying to experiment with different styles. This is a drawing of Chihiro Fujisaki from the video game Danganronpa. I like drawing them a lot, so here they are. And here is I think this was something a friend asked me to draw, and I kind of just spat it out in a couple minutes. And here's just some random stuff I've drawn from a while ago. I have other doodles and sketches, but I have no idea if they're appropriate to show, even though there's nothing really NSFW about them. But I don't know how YouTube is, so I'll just play it safe and not show them. If you're wondering what I use to draw, I use a program called Paint Tool Sai version 2. I pretty much grew up on it, or well, the previous version, so I'm pretty stubborn about using anything else as I'm just too used to this. Sometimes I'll use, I think it's pronounced Aseprite, or Pixel Edit. I'll use Aseprite if I want to test animations quickly, and I mostly use Pixel Edit for creating tile sets. But then I usually just take everything back to Paint Tool Sai and just touch it up back there. So, moving away from art for a moment, I'm using the Godot engine to make my game. I made smaller games in Unreal Engine 4 years ago, and I tried Unity a long time ago, but I didn't really get it. But when I tried Godot, things were really simple and easy to understand, and getting a game going took no time at all. But that doesn't mean the engine is perfect. I've ran into some issues, particularly regarding navigation and creating tile sets. But those problems will be fixed soon in future 3.x updates as of right now, and they'll definitely be fixed by 4.0. At least I'm hoping. I'm keeping track of the GitHub page. So I've been meaning to make a devlog for Life in Clover for a long time, but I'm kind of shy, and I'm the kind of person who wants to make sure everything is perfect before I show it off. Because, you know, first impression is everything. But I come to the realization that if I don't talk about it, then no one will know about it. So even if I release something, no one's gonna see it because no one knows about it, right? So I just have to force myself to do this and get over myself in that regard. So, alright, here's a more in-depth description of my game. So, in Life in Clover, there will be an emphasis on character interactions. You'll be forming relationships, either positive or negative, with other characters through a series of interactions, mostly just dialogue. You can expect to make friends or enemies, you can go on dates, get married, start a family, and in addition to that, characters in the world will also be able to form relationships with each other as well. So you'll be seeing friendships and enemies form between other characters, and yes, they can get married to each other, so if you see a character you like, you should probably talk to them quickly. I do plan for there to be multiple jobs in the game, because I don't really feel great when most games just try to force you into one specific thing, such as farming. I like to just do my own thing, and if farming doesn't really suit me, I just do something else. So, farming will be in the game, but if you don't want to do that, you don't have to, you can just do something else. I also plan on including combat in the game as well, so if you don't feel like interacting with anybody, and really defeating the purpose of playing the game, then you can always just go out and fight some monsters. But that's enough talk for things that I'm planning on doing. Why don't I just show you the things that I've done, or at least the things that I've made significant progress on. That way you have something you can actually see. I'm gonna be kind of quick about this, but if you want a more in-depth explanation of what I've done in my implementation, then please feel free to leave a comment, and I'll see if I can make a video about it. I'll also post links in the description to other YouTubers who I've personally found to be helpful with their videos or their tutorials. So here, we have character movement. You can move in every direction and your character will react like they should. You collide like you need to. I have sprinting set up, or animated I mean, but I need to set those up in the animation player first, so no sprinting for now. So the map for the first level is mostly done. There still needs to be some work done to fill it out so you don't see gray blobs everywhere you go. But for the most part it's done. It's a fairly large map too. The player is expected to build for the town here so that characters have a place to live. So I figured a wide, spacious area for people to build in would be nice. You have your area that you can live in, wherever you choose that to be, and you can designate an area for characters, NPCs, whoever, wherever you want. I started working on item interactions a while ago, and it's not that difficult, but it does need to have some work finished with it. Here you can see we can interact with a little stone fire pit, turn it on and off. It does need to have some work done so it interacts with the inventory you see here, so that it can take, for example, logs away and use that as fuel. Right now it costs nothing to turn it on and off, but it's there, it's working, for the most part. Look at that. It's a little cafe I made. It's one of the buildings a player can own. Anyway, I did just mention that I have a working inventory system. So would you look at that? Pressing E gives you the full inventory, which by the way is space customizable, I guess. You can dictate how many inventory spaces you want a player to have, so if you only want them to have 9, you can just restrict them to 9. Or if you want them to have, I don't know, 18, you can. You can also move them wherever you want, as you would expect from an inventory system. You can swap them. Well, let's swap them with something that you can actually see. See, look at that. Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. It took a lot of work to get this stuff to work, by the way. Anyway, you can also merge stacks. See? Look at that. And they automatically find a different space. See that? Isn't that neat? I think that's neat. You can also toss that out of your inventory. And, oh, that just came back in. That's not a good, get out of here. And pick it back up. Wait, why did that happen, actually? Oh, yeah. Oops, I forgot. Yeah, they collide with each other, too, so it just got pushed back into me. But, isn't that neat? I think it's neat. Wow! Did you expect another scene change? Bet you didn't. So, we have a, working day-night cycle, if you couldn't tell. You ever wonder what, this over here is? Well, I hope you figured it out. It's kind of telling you right there. But yeah, I have a working day-night system that keeps track of the, total elapsed seconds. There's a clock for whatever in-game purposes you need a clock for. There's a calendar, so it keeps track of days, months, years. It starts at 1970 because my friend thought that'd be funny. I'm not laughing, but don't tell him that. It also keeps track of the time setting. So right now it's morning. There's 4 times of days for my game. So there's morning, afternoon, evening, and night. And also, well, oh, I already said it keeps track of days. I'm very disorganized. So if we click this green arrow right here, it should skip to afternoon, and you should see a visual change. Hopefully. I think it's very, very gradual. You see this person right here? I'll show you them later. Also this person too. Okay. Here's a convenience store. Let's just look at that while we wait for the time of day to change. Yeah, you can see it, right? Let's just click that again. We'll go to evening. Yeah, see that? Isn't that cool? I think it's cool. It's very late right now. Yeah, look at that! It's changing time. It uses a canvas modulate to do this, so... It's to simulate time moving. All we're really doing is just tinting the world, just multiplying the color, but I mean, it works, doesn't it? What do you think? I think it works. It's not perfect, but hardly anything is. Okay, let's click this again, and we'll go to night. And we'll just see how dark it is. That light post should be coming on right now, actually. Oh wait, no, I didn't connect that. But yeah, look at that. It's nighttime. It's still becoming nighttime. It's still changing. I don't know if this is dark enough, or if it should be brighter. We'll figure that out as we go along. But look at that. Go back to morning. Don't you think that's amazing? Because I do. Doesn't matter what you think. I think it's amazing. So I do plan on including swimming, and I don't really think that's something that's worth mentioning, but it's kind of related to what I'm about to talk about. I put certain tile maps in my map on an area. Let me see if I can actually show that really quickly. Yeah, see right here. This is a beach. This is the shallow water right there. But yeah, if you give an area a tile map, and then give these tiles right here collision, and then click use parent, the area will use these tiles collisions as the area itself. So then let's go back to the game here. We can see, look at that collision, isn't that nice? Anyway, we can see an oyster shell. No, look at that. Get a little effect once you enter the area, and when you leave it goes away. Just something I wanted to toss out there. When you enter these tiles, you should be swimming, but I need to animate that first. I need to draw that, actually. But yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look! So, bear with me, we're almost done. If you notice this little vegetable-looking fella, this is a vegetable, by the way. They're little farm helpers that, if you choose to farm, they'll come out and help you, well, farm. And they come in a little variety too, you know. You get a radish. This is a radish. So you get a radish, an eggplant, potato, a grape. There's more, but for this example, we'll be using this grape. This radish. Anyway, yeah, let's just talk to them. See that? There's functional dialogue that works. It actually pulls from a database of JSON dialogue that I've made. You may be noticing that this portrait right here doesn't match with this sprite. It's not because I haven't drawn these yet in a higher res format. That's not it at all. It's to keep you on your toes, because you never know what you're going to expect here, okay? But yeah, when you talk to characters in this game, you'll get conversation topics. So you can talk about a variety of things. I'm still adding more, but yeah. Like, for example, you can talk about games, or sports, or food. If they're kind of moody, you know, if they're angry or sad, you can calm them down or cheer them up. Or you can put them down and insult them, and, you know, just piss them off even more.
Look, all I know is that this cord here was plugged into my house, and your house was glowing like the freaking sun. So I put two and two together there, and decided that you're pissing me off.
This one is questioning its existence, I suppose. And this is the romance section, which you can use if you want to romance an NPC, I suppose. I'm not going to stop you. Well, actually, I am. The farm helpers, you can't romance. Yeah, you just can't. But they'll help you. You can be friends with them, and they'll help you farm. And oh, well, whatever. Just talk to them again. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that neat? Oh, that should have gone away. Oh, well, you get the point, right? You can talk to characters. Alright, we are almost done. Just bear with me. So here we have a character creator. And this is the one thing that I believe I've come to the most over the course of my game's development. Every time I come up with something new, or something I need to take away, I inevitably have to come here and, well, you know, just add something, take away something, so on. I'm being redundant here, but I'm just trying to say that this is probably the most worked on part of the game. And so let's just get into it. So right here we're editing the body tab. We have two sets of sprites. So we have a female sprite set and a male sprite set, and you can see this update in real time. We have height variations, we have build variations, and we have breast size. You can choose from short, average, and tall for height. For builds, you can choose from average, muscular, and chubby. And you will see this update accordingly. I do plan on introducing more eyes and mouths, of course, but well, mouths for the portrait. Don't really see that all that well here. You can see species here. I do plan on supporting more species. What you saw earlier in the video was a bunny, if you remember that by the convenience store. Bunny species is supported. Here's the portrait now. I don't have it set to be used currently, but when I get their dialogue all sorted out, then you'll see it. I also have a canine one set, but I haven't finished working on that, so you don't get to see it. So here's the clothes tab. You can choose from... Oh wait, let's go back here. Yeah, so you can choose from whatever options are presented to you. Let's look at that. Look, a neat sundress. Also plan on supporting hats and shoes. And as you did just see, the list changed based off what's available for what gender. So if you see one option here, if we change to male and go back to pants, you'll see another option. Also, any combination of shirts or any combination of clothes, you can save to an outfit, which can later be used in the game. Same thing for hair. You can choose from your front hair and your back hair. Ignore this is going away. Let's see, yeah, look at that. The reason why you don't see these is because they're blank right now, so they're just displaying nothing. Isn't that neat? Same thing for back hair. You can choose whatever you want and save that to an outfit if you so please. And the last tab we have is the AI tab, which I will not be showing today, but maybe in a future video. You can save and load characters. I plan on allowing a neat little way for people to share characters. But for now, they're just saved as little text files. This character is called Zorp Quaggle, I guess. Yeah. Save them and load them, so let's load up this character, Bub Schmlurp. And, well, that doesn't look right now, does it? There we go. Oh boy, what a great demonstration. I just need to update one thing, but I mean, you get the idea. It works, right? Load Zorp Quaggle. Eyes, isn't that neat? But yeah, did we edit the portrait? Let's edit the portrait. Actually, let's set this first. Let's reset the eyes. Let's edit the portrait. Well, there you go. There's the same level of customization with the portraits. It's just I need to draw those first. I'm not going to take that away, so... But yeah, there you go. A nice working character customization. So, that was a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but... I'm sorry for going through everything so fast, but I kind of wanted to get everything done and over with. Like I said before, if you want me to go in depth into what I've shown so far, feel free to leave a comment, and I probably will make a video about it. But for the purpose of this video, I just wanted it out there. I wanted it out there quickly. So, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. If you like what you see, then I urge you to consider subscribing to my channel. Maybe follow me on Twitter, which will either appear on the screen or in the description. Either or. I also got a Discord, but it's not public, and I'm kind of hesitant on making it public, but if there's enough interest, then I'll open it up, and we can chat, or you can yell at me. I prefer we chat instead, but either's fine. I don't control you. Finally, I did mention earlier that this is my first devlog. I'm not used to making myself the center of attention, or just putting myself out there like this. So I can't tell if you could tell that I had a lot of anxiety, like I do right now. But I definitely did throughout this entire video, and I'm incredibly nervous right now. So, please leave some feedback or criticism in the comments. I'd like to hear it, because I'm not going to improve unless I know what I'm doing wrong. And, I should stop saying Thanks for watching. I really hope to see you again.